Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 7 of RollPlay Far Verona. That was the first time we played the pre-show intro, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Jacks me up every
think
time.
It's super cool. I know, right? It's pretty cool. There's some really good. I tweeted earlier some really good like concept art of the ship too, with like all kinds of detail and some of that airbrushed space background shit going on. Is good stuff. So hello, welcome everybody. Hi.
Hello.
At the time of recording this, I understand there's some kind of sporting event going on. Mark, can you help me understand is this like the Olympics of soccer or what? Football? What do we call? I don't know what to tell me. Help me understand this. What's going on?
Football guy, it is a football match that is quite important. I am led to understand. It involves my country and another country. And as far as I'm aware, if they win, it comes home. What it is, I'm still not sure what.
Right, something is coming home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it? It's. Yeah. I was gonna say it's the Holy Grail. It's the Holy Grail
comes home in the Crusades.
That's good. And King Arthur will awaken and lead the Britons into a new and glorious age. Good.
So a big chant of Vindaloo, Vindaloo, Vindaloo. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I hope that you beat the Saxons in this mighty football engagement, and that your country gets your Holy Grail back.
Thanks, man.
Nice for you. besides the fate of the Holy Grail, what's been going on? How's your week been there, Mark?
Yeah, it's been really good actually. Yeah, I'm getting back into regular streaming on my own channel now. Actually, by watching most of you guys, I'm like, man, I really fucking miss streaming. Like, I've started playing up with some different formats and trying to do some more long form streaming and things like that. So I've been getting back into that, which has been really good. Just watching more Twitch in general, just trying to be more involved in that kind of stuff. Playing a lot of Rainbow Six and just having a good time.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like, man, I've been watching your streams with Shroud, trying to pick up tips. Been trying to get those hot tips for sieging. No, it's been good. I feel like I am getting better.
What's AnneMunition's top 3 tips for being not shitty at Rainbow Six? Go. Top 3. In any
Don't
order.
give up. Just keep playing because you will not know anything for the first 100 hours. Don't play Fuse if you're playing Hostage, and never reinforce between bomb sites.
There you go.
Almost
I have no context. I have no context for any of that, which makes it seem like it's really good advice. Because it sounds specific.
I just want more people to play Siege. Everyone gives up on it so early. So I'm like, just keep playing it. So good.
Yeah. I had to convince my guys play it for a long time. It took me a long time to convince them to play, but now they're hooked on it and they're playing it all the time. So
good. 100 hours. So you think the first 100 hours is the throwaway hours? You think that's what?
Yeah, you know, nothing for a really long time. It takes a long time to have any kind of map knowledge in that game. Yeah. So that's why everyone gives up. Yeah, it's a commitment. Yeah. That's why everyone's just like, nah, fuck that. I'm like, no, just try it. Just keep going. I believe in you.
Right. And that would create a space where the people that do stick around are the ones that have the energy to do that and tough it out, and then they're really good, so you get your ass kicked really hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those games where I found playing it with friends in a pre-made group makes it so much infinitely better as well. Having decent communication makes such a difference. It's not the kind of game where you can just jump in and play with puppies. I found anyway, that just drives me nuts.
So nice online. I don't understand.
I was saying, Anne, you've had nothing but good experiences, as I understand it, with the voice chat on. I hear they're just a really good group of individuals. Really
I meet some really nice people. I've made actually a couple friends of just random people online that play Siege, which is really cool. I feel like it is much less toxic than other online gaming communities that I've been a part of, so it's not too bad. But yeah. But it is really fun to play with a full coordinated stack of people.
Yeah.
Playing with friends is always more fun. So.
I used to play it too. I do want to get back to it. It was a lot of fun, but I know they've updated a lot, so it'd take a little bit for me to learn the maps and the new metas and all that stuff. But I really enjoyed it. It's super smooth and just tight shooter that it's very satisfying when you do well.
Mm-hmm. I just totally took over the intro. You mentioned Rainbow Six, and I'm just like, let me tell you about it.
It's good.
I like it. It's good. It's good. It's you got the passion for it. I think that's the cool thing about having a game you actually care about. Because there's so many games you play them and you're just like, it's fine. I'm gonna forget this in a week and never think about it again.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be like.
Well, Siege
in
is that first
mindset.
game. It's the first game I've had in a long, long time where I've had that skill thing where like you have this like I think I'm actually getting better at this game, and that makes me want to play it more because I can feel myself learning, and it kind of has that reward system, like that kind of mental reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the best. So yeah,
I was talking to some folks about that in like because you get that in like even in tabletop like RPGs and in board games that moment of like, oh, now I know that if I do this thing, this other thing happens, and then I win. I'm gonna do that, and like watching that happen, like both for yourself and for others, is so fun and so cool. And I think there's some value in that as a streamer too, like playing a game that you're not any good at the beginning, so that your audience can be participatory in that moment to be like, they get it. I see it. It's happening. They're doing it. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I like it. I like it. Good stuff. Cool. So Mark, you're getting into that. Well, there you go. Max, if you need somebody who also is not very good at it yet to play with, we got a little synergy going on here. Max, what have you been up to since yesterday night? How was your day?
Slept,
Yeah.
A little out of it right now. I'm waiting on a delivery of coffee, so we're gonna be good.
Did you end up streaming after Quarter Source?
I played Astroneer.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I am only aware of that game because of all of the ads that were for it for E3. That's like I forgot that it was a thing, and then E3 was like, "Hey, you can get this game for free. Go check it out." How was it? What is it? Tell me about that game, Max. Should I play it or is it bad?
I don't know if you like it. Maybe you would. I don't know.
Oh, this is good. Why do you think I would or wouldn't like it? I love this. I like when people are like, I like it, but you probably would hate it. Let me understand.
I don't know. I mean, it's sort of like a cutesy survival, spacey kind of game and exploration. You have to mine your minerals and different like compounds that you need to craft stuff. Better played in groups, obviously, because it's meant to be multiplayer. It was 4 of us: me, Bert, Kareem, and Cletus. And we have Cletus, our friend, like is just really happy to like get in and involved with like the resource management and like just building, so the rest of us can go out and just do whatever the fuck we want. So that's nice. I probably would not like that game nearly as much if I had to do all of that, but it's cool. You can go from different planets to planet and stuff, and it's all kind of like smaller miniaturized stuff. But it's still enough where you can dig through the entire planet if you want to, right to the core to the other side, and you'll die probably. But you can do that. It's a really neat game. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you would like it. Maybe I'd be wrong. I feel like you maybe wouldn't have the patience for it, or it wouldn't be your kind of style of game.
Yeah, like I've played some,
too happy.
I've played some games like that. Yeah, that's okay. Fair. I don't like saccharin. That's good. I'll give a pass on that one. It has to have like if it was like happy and fun and you like build stuff and then you realize that it's all pointless, then I'm good. If you get that in at the end.
I mean, kind of.
I mean, I played some of those survival games before. I like building stuff. I'm into it.
You might like it. You honestly might have fun. I don't think you'd have a long sustained amount of time that you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to keep playing this. I think that game does have like unless you have a group with like a goal in mind, it's one of those survival things where like, we're going to get to this planet and we're going to do this and build this thing. Once you kind of run out of that, then it's just like, well, we've done it.
Right. I feel like that's why those games tend to pile on the like expansions and stuff, right? Because otherwise people will just get to that point right quick and be like, well, cool, I've done all the things. I made all the best stuff. And now I'm done. But like as just kind of sit down with some friends and build shit, I can see that being a good time. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
It's not a bad little game.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I've done.
Playing that yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been. We played D&D yesterday, and that's it. I was thinking since the last episode, I didn't mention in the post show, but the last few episodes. So for folks who aren't watching Court of Swords, first of all, watch Court of Swords. Second of all, Max's character in that has been kind of like separated from the rest of the group for like 3 episodes, 2.5, 3 episodes now, and it's interesting playing in a game where characters get divided like that because you as a player, you get bombarded with that like, why isn't Max doing anything? Why isn't Max talking? What's Max doing? Why is Max just sitting there? And you've been taking it like a champ, buddy. It's been good. It's been fun watching chat get really like annoyed at the fact that you aren't constantly saying something, and then seeing you in chat be like, "I'm right here. I'm hanging out with you. We're watching the thing."
Whatever.
So yeah, I wanted to.
I've been doing it for it's fun for me to just watch it. They assume that I'm like when I'm just sitting there watching the show or not directly going like that, then I'm just like checked out. I should just always be sitting there like, and then
just staring straight. Not creepy at
all.
all.
The thing is, the comments on whether or not you were paying attention were exactly the same when you weren't on the episode at all, and we just had a still image of you. People were like, "Why isn't Max saying anything? Is it Max's turn yet?" Yeah,
I like it.
No, so it was good. But yeah, it's an interesting thing with these like kind of games where we end up sometimes somebody is like doing their own thing, or like two players are off doing one thing and the other two are off doing a different thing. It's interesting watching that balance and how people respond to it. But I wanted to bring it up because I want to say thank you for being good about that and not getting like bored and annoyed and still paying attention. Like every time I was like, "All right, Max, it's your turn," you were like ready to go. So thank you for that.
Hey, thanks.
That's the whole thing.
Appreciate it.
Bronze, what have you been up to? Are you playing Rainbow Six?
No, I'm not.
Me neither. I saw a gif of you. I saw a gif of you with a katana earlier. I don't know. Your Twitter is terrifying sometimes. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm on the warpath perpetually. I guess I don't know.
I like it.
This week is cool. It was chill. Oh yeah, I guess the most exciting thing that happened is I acquired the Doctor Strange #1. So.
Oh damn.
Yeah. His first appearance was in Strange Tales, but this is his first appearance in a solo comic. So. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna get it.
What's that big guy behind him?
That's his astral projection.
Yes.
So it's him. Spirit.
A lot of people don't know this, but many of the spells and magic items in Dungeons and Dragons were inspired by old Doctor Strange comics. Yeah, lots and lots. You can. There's a direct, like, the people who made D&D, Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax, are huge ripoff artists, like just huge. And there are legitimately like items that are just named by and like do exactly what they say from the comic and from books. And like anyone who thinks that D&D is in any way original at all, like, you just don't have the source material. So those old Doctor Strange comics are really funny for that.
Yeah. I love the old Doctor Strange comics. They have they're a little bit racist in places, but other than that, they're great. If you really think about it, all old media was like Lovecraft was. Little House on the Prairie was. Just gotta learn to take some of your old, I'm able to
like
separate.
you're right, but that's a really funny like thing where you like, yeah, let me come up with some analogies of like old timey kind of like racist cartoons and stuff. And you're like, yeah, like Little House on the Prairie. Sure.
I mean, it was.
It's true, but it's not where I would have necessarily gone. Like Lovecraft, I was like, and you're like, Anne of Green Gables, huge racist. It's. I was not personally aware of that. I believe you, but I was not. I was not personally aware. Good to know, though.
Oh yeah, Laura Ingalls Wilder's recently had her name struck from an award for it. So, yeah. There was a whole discussion about that. About whether she should have or shouldn't have.
Mark making the I don't understand this North American culture talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you guys probably don't read Little House on the Prairie, right?
No, I've heard of it. I know of it. Never heard it, read it, seen it. Don't know nothing about it. Anne of Green Gate. Never heard of it.
So Anne of Green Gables is like, it's another step out. That's like some Canadian shit. Like, unless you're from Canada or Japan, you probably don't know anything about Anne of Green Gables.
Okay.
She's very popular in Japan.
Okay.
But yeah, Little House on the Prairie is like a Western TV show, right? It's based on like a book, but it's a Western TV show from back in the day, right? And as you can imagine, it's an old timey Western, so some problematic concepts in there. Yeah.
That word, problematic.
Yeah, it just means awkward. Like, you just like bad in some uncomfortable way we don't really want to dig into. Like, it's just, we all like, there's just some stuff, and it's fine. Yeah.
Agreed. It's a good stand-in word for awkward.
Yeah, that's how I feel like it's just a word for socially awkward, where you like, we wouldn't make it like that anymore. It would be different.
Yeah,
You're
I
smarter
actually
now.
need to start now that you've like kind of helped open my mind to like that alternate or like that what we actually mean when we say it. I'm gonna start using that for like my parents and my grandparents. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna get to meet my grandma at Christmas. She's what we would call problematic.
Yeah, like I think the differentiation between the two is like awkward is all kinds of stuff. Like someone
Yeah.
who's just so socially maladjusted can be awkward.
Mhm.
But problematic is like they're gonna say some stuff. Please don't
Yeah.
hold me accountable for it.
They
Like,
don't make them like
that's-
that anymore. She's
got
an
some
older model.
ideas about the world. Yeah.
We'll eventually upgrade her, but until then, we're stuck with this older model. So problematic.
She needs to be retired. It's fine.
Wow.
What you guys just said was problematic. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're straight up saying we need to like put our elders out to pasture. I would say that's true. That's very true, Max.
I've already got a Tumblr post getting all ready to publish. So
He's gonna
screen
unlock-
grabs, recordings.
You won't believe what Adam Coble just said.
Listen, man, I get misinterpreted all the damn time to the point now where I had someone make me an "I hate Dungeons and Dragons" T-shirt that I'm going to wear to Gen Con because apparently I fucking
It's
hate
true.
D&D. So
Adam, I know you. We've talked about it. I know you hate Dungeons.
yeah, yeah,
You hate it.
Mark cosigns on that. Yeah,
That's why he's always trying to kill me in Dungeons and Dragons because he hates it so much. He just wants me to suffer as well and hate it as well.
no, that's a separate other thing where I don't like you. That's
Got it.
different. That's a different.
I knew it was one or the other, but I'm glad we got it sorted. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, before we move on, I want to give Anne an opportunity to talk about Rainbow Six some more. Anne, anything you'd like to add?
Jeez.
I saw that mid conversation you were tweeting about how excited you are about Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about, or would you like to use your time to expound upon how great that game is?
I don't know. What else can I talk about?
Yeah, what else?
I'm excited to. I'm going to New York later this month for the Overwatch League World Finals. I'm not competing because I don't play Overwatch.
Have you
anymore.
been to New York before?
I have only been to New York as a kid, so I don't remember it at all. So I'm very excited to go as an adult so that I can actually like kind of see what it's all about.
That's cool.
And then yeah, I was doing a secret game test yesterday that I'm pretty excited about, but I can't talk about it too much. But it was really fun.
Is it
So I'm-
Cyberpunk?
Just remember, no, God, I would be freaking out. No, but just
Is it
remember
Rainbow
this
Seven
moment so that in the future,
Siege?
Rainbow Seven Siege, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Seven Siege. Yes.
I don't know that much about the game series, but I don't think that's how they're numbered. I mean, I'm not an
No.
expert, but I don't think.
No,
Okay.
because Rainbow Six is the name of like the team.
Well,
Uh,
teams had a lot of
Rainbow
stuff,
Six
though. I feel like
Siege.
it's
It would
time
have
we
to be
move on
Rainbow
to
Six
Rainbow
Siege
7.
too.
Yeah, Rainbow 1 was for the Nintendo, and then Rainbows 2 and 3 were Super Nintendo games. Okay. All right.
They actually started as Rainbow Siege. It was a kids game on the SNES, and they were shooting like watermelons and other sort of fruits while they were breaching
Yeah,
and
like
clearing.
a kids puzzle game.
Slit
Yeah, okay.
fruits.
All right.
And his face looks so not amused.
I don't
Like, how dare
understand
you?
anything that's happening anymore. I'm really tired. Yesterday was a very long day, and I
Yeah,
got
me
back
too.
at
I'm a
like
little
1
tired.
a.m.
That's why I got the
Just
coffee.
like, yeah. I know.
Sounds like you need some intense sci-fi RPGs to perk you right up.
Yeah. Yes, I'm excited.
It does sound like that. Well, thank you for that very elegant and stealthy segue, Mark. Thank you for that. That was good.
Oh, dear.
Let's talk about our game that we're gonna play. I need goals. I need goals for everybody. So
You don't want to say that word right now.
Booker. I'm sorry. Is that a word? It's not.
It's not a
Don't
good
say
word
it.
right now.
Goals.
Yeah, no.
Okay. As an English person on let's say Team England, Mark, what would your goal for Team England be right now? Your goal, your English goal. If you could have
I don't know
one.
what you're talking
If you
about
could-
anymore.
If you could get a goal for England or yourself, what would
Right.
that goal look like right now?
I'm still confused. I'm just like, I'm getting spammed by people saying that apparently Croatia just scored. So I'm like,
Come on, bring it
literally
home.
confused.
Bring it home.
Focus. Probably nothing's going to change because his previous one was do something to prove my worth to the others, and
Right, and you
he
still need
failed
to
that,
you still need to do
he still
that.
needs to do that. So I'm down on that one.
Okay, that's right, because last time was Jason Argus and the no good, sad, bad time day. So
Yeah, that was the Jason Argus's bad day.
yeah, I was doing a lore thing earlier for Verona. We were talking about the nobility and what like good people might look like in the Empire, and people were like what about like Jason? He's a good guy, and I'm like, yeah, Jason, this totally good guy, up to the point where he broke a random stranger's arm just to compete for a pirate smuggling job. It's fine. He's a good guy. It's fine. Okay,
That's
so you
so
want to prove
brutal.
yourself. You want to find something to do to prove to prove to the team. Okay. All right. Cool. Riley, what do you want to set for your goal today? Do you want to keep the same one from before, or
What was last session's goal? I don't remember it.
secure an escape route off the planet?
Yeah, I'll stick with that one probably. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Seems
because
like a
there's
good one.
still no secure an escape route. Okay. Cool. Good stuff. Okay. Booker, your last one was get in touch with Boss Ho.
Yep.
What do you want for your goal this time?
Still make contact with Basso.
Okay.
That hasn't happened.
Yeah, and that seems to be kind of like the main thing that's going to have to happen today. Okay. All right. And Nomi?
What
was
my last
What do
goal?
you want to set for your goal? Your goal last time was to find out the degree to which you were compromised.
Okay. I have not found out how much he told.
No, you sent Yancy to deal with the problem.
Okay.
But beyond that, yeah, there's still some question.
I would like to avoid repercussions for said secret mission.
Right. So, okay.
I don't want to get in trouble.
All right. Okay, so avoid repercussions for Operation Tom Yancy. Okay.
Yeah.
Operation
Tom
Backstab.
Yancy. Rainbow Six Siege, Honglu Drift.
Drift.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
That absolutely
Okay.
sounds
So
like
just
a search that will die on all the time. No, that's the Honglu
man.
Drift.
That's the Honglu Drift.
right,
I want
it's
to
like
see
a
Yancy
really
as the new
it's
operator.
like a really dangerous place like around
Yeah.
Honglu. Like you can't get there unless you go through the Honglu Drift.
Right.
I like
Honglu
it.
Drift.
Okay, so avoid repercussions for the operation for Yancy's biz, which is going to be interesting because he's going to come back and be like, "Yo, I did the thing," and you're going to need to try to like conversate with him. And that makes sense though. It's good. Okay, so right now the main kind of like goal, the main thing in front of you, if you're still pursuing dealing with this kidnapping, is going through Boss Ho. He's your main contact right now, or the lead that you have. You know that he operates out of Vice Sector D, but has businesses in the district where you are in the port. And so you can kind of get at him from one of those two ways, but I don't think we had decided on a specific like angle yet. But before we return to you, I think that probably we fade in on the beginning of the episode on a scene of one of Honglu's maybe more like militarized areas. So probably a former Cygnus government building, sort of built in the imperial style in the sort of mid to upper city. It's got the space on the wall where the imperial shield would have sat, but it's been obviously long removed, and there's this kind of like shadow where it once was. There are a bunch of big like tank trap style like concrete blockades set up around the building, and they're battle damaged from both sides. So it looks like the building has been seized by the current like military junta, and now the former Cygnus defenses are being used to keep it secure. So we see this building. It's obviously kind of like the middle of the night. It's mostly dark. This district doesn't have a lot of the neon ads that the rest of it would. A lot of like brutalist kind of apartment blocks and stuff like that. But it's clearly the site of previous battles. There's mine damage in the roads. Some of the buildings are kind of like bombed out. And and it seems like relatively quiet, right? There are some guards maybe on duty in a guard post, and we see a figure, a solitary figure, slip out a side entrance and make their way through a hole, a pre-cut like hole in a chain link fence, and sort of like disappear into the shadows. And then a second later, the building erupts in fire and debris. There's a terrible explosion, and concrete and glass goes flying out into the street. We see the two guards on their post like get thrown onto the ground. Alarms begin to play, and the building is burning. And we get that really like kind of slightly cliche thing where the camera pans back, and then we get the overlay where we can see that we're looking at a screen, and then we see we're in a group. There's a group of people in like a bar or something gathered around, and they're looking at the screen where we're watching a local news report about, and we're getting subtitles for it because it's all in Hongluan. It's a news report about a like terrorist attack on the government, one of the government's headquarters, and that the loyalty brigade is currently searching for the parties responsible. But not to worry, they're on it. The security of the planet is still like everything's still safe. We're working on it, but people are on high alert. And then we crossfade over, and I think that report is still playing on the like heavily scratched, damaged monitor in the little like room where all of you are, and it's just like it's in the background, but I don't know if anyone is paying attention to it or not. And so you're all in this room kind of deciding like having a conversation or deciding what to do with this news thing in the background. I think maybe the only person paying attention to it is Holtzman. Holtzman is just like not paying attention to you, but like watching this TV. And Nomi, maybe you notice like he's about to say something, like he's like, "Hey," like he's going to point it out.
Can I like catch his eye and like shake my head at him, or like something nonverbal that discourages him from saying anything?
Yeah, totally. So he sees this report, and he's like, maybe I should. And he turns, and you catch his eye, and you want to give him a like Ixnay don't mention it look.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a roll. I think we'll start it off.
What do I roll?
We'll start off with a roll.
So strong.
Meaningful stare.
Yeah. Well, so you're trying to convince him. I think this is a lead roll. This is a like this is above your pay grade. Don't worry about it. I got this handled.
With
I think if you and if you get a 10 or better, he's just like, "Oh, okay, Nomi will handle it." If you get a 6 or less, he'll just be like, no, I should bring this up. But in the middle, he'll be like, I don't know why I shouldn't talk about this, and I'm going to follow up later, but I'm going to uncomfortably not say anything.
Great. Here we go. 10, 12.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right. So the always pliant Holtzman sees you meaningfully stare at him, and he's just like, okay, like, yep, you got it. Yes, ma'am. And so he doesn't say anything. So what is the moment that we're sort of coming in on? Is this like before you go out and go see go looking for August Ho? Like, Booker, what's sort of the plan here?
Where we last left off, wasn't it Riley getting the like document all drafted up and edited and whatever to make it look official. And we were gonna use we're using not mine. We were using the other guy. One I answer to, we were using his like still signature, like his like the Richter's imprint and whatever you want to call it on the document. So that way it does, if it scans, it scans properly. It's like, oh, this is official.
And what did these documents say? Remind me the purpose of your fake ass documents.
the way you said that was very paused and like
you rolled. I mean, Riley got a 13 on them. They're good, but they're fake.
Yeah.
But they're good. They're good fakes. Because my notes, I just have fake cyber hit squad. So maybe you want to. Oh, that's right. It was orders. It was like orders to kill. He was on a list. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. He was on a list.
Okay. So you have this.
Like,
yeah.
Shook down as the other bad orders squad comes through.
Yeah, so I think like Riley, you've completed these. You have this set of documents, and so now it's like time to go, right? You've got it ready, and that's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We hadn't arranged a meeting with him yet. We just
No.
had our strategy of what we were going to show him when we showed up. We were going to say, I think, that we had intercepted these orders for this hit squad to take out like all these people. And I remember we strategically placed Aesop Hines' name on it.
Correct.
As well as Nomi's fake uncle. I say fake uncle because I know it's not her uncle, but I can't remember his name at all.
Fake uncle's good. Yeah.
Otterjan. Is it
Yeah,
Otterjan?
Yeah.
Oh
Otterjan.
yeah, you're right. Otterjan Barnes.
Funkle.
So, yeah.
Funkle.
He's on there.
Not
too.
a fun uncle. Not a fun
No,
uncle.
not a fun uncle.
Fake uncle.
Fake uncle.
Fake uncle.
different.
Yeah.
Fuck uncle. There we go. Got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, and
Funkle.
We were gonna try to-
imperial
love my
family
Funkle.
relations are weird. Yeah.
I was on my way back from home, picked up a fuckuncle, and here I am.
You don't want to leave
What
your
are you gonna
fuck
do,
uncle at the
huh?
airport. All right. So, Barnes, who's almost certainly dead in a horrible fire now.
Yeah.
But yes, he's also on that list.
We were gonna try to make the argument that Ho is next, and that the other two people
Yes.
are already
So
out of action.
so now you just need to like get at him, right? You need to get to Ho and
I don't
present.
think we had
your-
arranged that part. We hadn't arranged
No.
how we were going to arrange the meeting. We just arranged what we were going to say when we got there.
Yeah. There was I don't remember. I think we were just gonna go up to somebody, right? We weren't gonna like try to sneak in. It doesn't make any sense. We were gonna try to like establish contact, and we did establish that Jason probably gonna have to sit out because he's very much
I'm
tagged.
compromised.
Yeah, because if it turns out that Bukowski is there or
You recognize me.
anyone that was part of that op, then yeah, they might recognize you.
I was gonna try and look into potentially seeing if like there's a way to like rent a speeder or have like a getaway vehicle
Yeah, you
ready
were gonna
to
be
go.
like, yeah. Mhm.
I was gonna
That's
try and look
right.
into like
Okay.
how we can like either rent or grab a vehicle of some kind.
So this would be, I guess, kind of
So-
after Riley had finished the documents and forging and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Like, just handed it off to like the booker, looking at it.
Wow. Well done, Riley. If I didn't know better myself, this looks pretty damn official.
I have to hope they don't look too closely, but it should work for the purposes of this planet.
It'll scan, right? You kept the signature on there from the Richter.
Yes, it will. It'll scan fine. Like I said,
Yeah, they
it should be fine as long as they don't look too deeply at it.
I don't think they have much protocol past scanning it if they're a little bit suspicious. We should be okay there. What comes after? That might be the trickier part. We'll see how receptive they are to these threats. Jason, any luck securing transport in case things get too hot? We need to get out of there quickly.
Space Master. If I've been looking into it, like how can you rent like speeders on Honglu? Is that a thing, or
I
is this
feel
more
like-
like we're gonna have to steal one? or something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could try to buy one or steal one. I don't know that the like vehicle rental business is particularly.
I figured.
Like,
You know what you do?
right now.
Yeah.
You wait till somebody reaches for their car door, break their arm, and then take their car.
Well, I'm not very good at breaking arms, but I can hit them with a stun baton and knock them out in one hit, so we can do with that. Yeah, I'll look over at Booker. I'll be just like, well, I mean, we're either going to need to buy something or steal something. Either one. I mean, buying it's going to, obviously that's expenditure, but stealing it could draw some heat. But generally, if we can get us something, I'll park it nearby and I can swoop in and grab you if need be. It depends on how we want to go about this, really. I just don't fancy it. If they do turn nasty, or if they come after you when you get out of the building, if we've got to run through the streets, I mean, that was pretty tricky earlier when we were trying to get away before.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to navigate the back alleys of Honglu while you potentially have been impaled with another piece of rebar. We're going to avoid that this time. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, hopefully. So it depends on what you want to do. I mean, I can try and steal one if you want, or I can just buy one, like find some.
Now, are you, Jason? Are you pushing for either? Like, if we were to try to get a read on which one was the one you were most enthused about, or are you just like, I'll let Booker decide?
At this point, where Jason is mentally, he wants Booker to decide because I don't think he's confident in his own decision making.
Mm-hmm.
So he's looking at Booker and like
Booker's eating a fizzy cheese.
Isn't that your goal? Is to like prove yourself?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is I think like that's Mark's goal for Jason, but I think like Jason right now is just a little bit like unsure of what to do. Like he tried to do the mission before that was trying to be clever, and he fucked that up. So he's not sure about trying to steal it, but if that's what Booker wants him to do, that's what he'll try and do. I think that's how I'm trying to get it in my head anyway.
So you leave it to Booker. Okay.
Yeah.
Do they rent? Like, are there just like shuttle rental things?
No.
Enterprise, rent a shuttle.
Yeah, not really. Not a lot of reliability of income on this planet.
Yeah. It's a buy or steal.
How much does like a kind of rudimentary speeder transport that's not like off-world kind of capabilities to it that could fit all of us? Cost?
Well,
SUV.
Let's take a look.
We need like a minivan.
Yeah.
Some kind of tall tall van. Let me take a look and see.
A white van. I can be a van man.
Vehicle. Well, what's great about the pilot skill is that you're just as good at piloting regular vehicles as you are piloting spaceships.
I mean, that makes sense. It's like
basically.
Yeah, I mean, I can drive a hatchback, so I could also drive a spaceship. Let's see here. Vehicles. You're not looking to buy like a tank. Here we go. A ground car, like a tired vehicle, is 5,000 credits. A grav car is 20,000 credits. A helicopter is 25,000. Grav flyer is 40,000.
Just get a helicopter.
Expensive. Yeah, I mean, just get a helicopter, I guess.
Hard to steal.
You're gonna need to know, how to get yourself where to buy a helicopter from if that's what you want.
No, they don't. The budget's already, I feel like, getting pushed a lot, and some of it Booker doesn't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're right. You're right. Booker doesn't know about it. Let's get a helicopter. As far as he knows, there's plenty in the budget.
The Crux credit black card is probably already like lots of line items for explosives.
Yeah. Booker thinks about it for a second in terms of like weighing options.
I don't know if I want you to get out there and try to steal a car. Might grab more attention than it's worth. You just eat some credits and buy a piece of shit that'll work.
Yeah.
Unless you feel confident that you can get it done. Save you some credits, but not a huge deal.
Here's the thing, right? I reckon I can, if need be, I can knock somebody out. I can bully somebody to nick a car. It's just, I don't know. I'm just worried I'm going to make the wrong decision again.
You know what? I don't think it's a good idea. We don't know that they're looking for you, but you never know who's going to be on the street. You've already been ID'd by them, so probably not a good idea.
Okay.
We'll just get a car.
All right.
If you want to be in charge of that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Maybe not don't go outside. Just do the communications and stuff, and you get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, as a point, Adam.
Yeah.
This is a Space Master question.
Yeah.
We've always kind of like mentioned that the Argus family is quite a decent, like a good sized family. Like, it has like some prestige. Would there be the opportunity, like if we do, could I in theory potentially pay for this myself when we get back to the ship, like kind of refund the Prudence for like the cost of it or something like that? Like if I could
ask mom and dad for some money to
basically
ask
mom for credits. Yeah.
You could later when you're like more able to connect with with Fornax. Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Yeah, I can do that, Booker. No problem.
I mean, I imagine Jason has like you own probably several vehicles yourself. Like you're a super rich noble. You don't have like
who loves
currency, like liquid currency, but. Yeah, I was gonna say back at home, Jason has like several sports cars and probably like your own helicopter and shit. Like,
yes,
it's nothing.
Nice.
Yeah.
What were you practicing on, right, when you were a kid?
Obviously, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's true.
That you own.
That's true. Yeah, and he does like stuff that goes fast. So sounds good.
It's a shame they don't have like a vehicle manufacturing plant on this world that you.
This horrible piece of shit world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where we find it's a plot point. We find out that his family's riches come from Honglu, and they don't want anybody to know about it.
Please don't give Adam ideas.
So do you? Yeah, right. I'm bad enough as it is. So do you? How do you want to just like try to orchestrate the purchase of a vehicle from
the apartment? Yeah, if I can.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, let's get you to. I'll just have you make a couple of rolls. So what kind of vehicle are you looking to purchase? Ground car? A grab car?
Ground car. I don't think we can probably go ground car. Ground car, some sort of like decent, like SUV or like something like that, maybe. Something which could like, if need be, like get through a decent, like, I can not like a tiny crap piece of car that is gonna, keel over the second it gets hit.
Jason wants a Range Rover. Just like the one his daddy bought him.
All right.
I promise you that anything you get your hands on is going to be much older and not as good as you're used to. But that's okay.
Like a second hand, like something a bit chunkier than something
serviceable and a little tough. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's have you make probably a connect roll. Let's have you make a connect roll.
With strength, right?
Not with strength. No.
With charisma.
Your big boy muscles don't help you purchase a vehicle.
Cool.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. So it isn't a no. It's just a yes, but it's more complicated than that. So here's your choice. You can buy either one that is like much more expensive than the 5,000, right? Like I'm thinking like probably like closer to 8,000. Or you can buy one that's like the same price but less reliable, we'll say.
I will go with the expensive one with the idea that where Jason will basically try and make up the cost to the Prudence.
Okay. Make and this is great. This is going to complicate somebody else's life. Nomi, make a luck save. Bye. Bye, Nomi. I'm
right. She can use her mental powers to do it from. She can hear you.
Yeah. I feel myself clicking on the character sheet like there's some kind of external force making me make this luck save. All right. Well, when she gets back, we can tell that she failed by 2 points. And good. So Jason,
Yep.
you actually cannot purchase this vehicle with the credit that you think that you have because
Weird. The card being declined.
it's maxed out. Like you're ready, you're good. You're like, okay, fine, I'll buy the 8,000
Okay.
cred vehicle.
I
but
really quickly want to talk to Booker before Anne comes back.
Hey, wait a minute.
Right?
wait a
Okay,
minute.
so you go.
Are you using
So when
the card, our card, the squad card?
Well, yeah,
he
that's what
has
you
to,
said, right?
Because he doesn't have any. He
Has
doesn't have any of his
maxed
own
out?
money.
No, I know. I'm not mad about that. I'm just absorbing what's happening right now. And
Yeah.
So
because,
Jason-
I use
Jason-
my own personal.
welcome back.
Jason is in
Nothing
the middle of.
Welcome back, Anne.
Nothing has happened. You're fine.
my name.
Don't look at the rolls.
Are we
Um,
broke?
So
Did Yancy max out the card?
I gotta leave.
so you're getting an
What?
alert, right? Where it's like transaction denied.
Booker, I'm having a. It's saying maxed out. Like the account's got no credits in it.
So this is
This is
like
the
later, like
first
Jason,
account.
you were doing this in your room, and then you walk down the hall and you go into Booker's room and to have this conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, having a problem. This is the Prudence card, right? This is the Prudence credit account. This is it's gone. There's nothing in it.
Secret Black Ops bank account, and it seems to be tapped out.
Did you try it again?
Yeah.
Once
Just
once?
every time I tried, it's gone. Like I tried it on some smaller purchases just to test. Nothing.
The hell? That never happens.
Who's been using it?
Well, I mean, I sure as shit haven't. Is this just like, where are we in your room? Or are we in the
I think
came
you're
to
in
you.
your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my room? Okay, good. Adam, would I have access to this special Black Ops bank account to like check purchases?
No, it's like a one-way like card.
Kind of
right?
makes
So
sense
you
that I
would
wouldn't
use-
have access. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd use it, and then because if somebody got a hold of it, they wouldn't be able to like back
Track,
check
yeah.
and see what kind of things were. Yeah, no, it's definitely meant to be
Back
like
trace
a.
it, if you will.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's.
What if
yeah.
you're the internet
blown.
police?
And
I
you might
mean,
have,
you
could try. Yeah,
then
there's-
could you
it's certainly-
backtrace it?
You might be able to.
We're space
Depends on
police,
whether or
technically.
not depends on whether or not the consequences would be the same afterwards.
Yeah.
So you
like-
could, you could take it to Riley, and Riley might be able to like,
I was like,
back
I was
it,
like
but-
cracking up because when Booker said try it again, like I used to work retail and I'm like having all these memories come in my head of like putting a plastic bag over it. Have you tried all like just
That's what
Rub it with
everybody-
your
that's what everybody-
thumb.
Yeah,
yep. Did you
I do
try
that too,
rolling
yeah.
it? Do it the other way.
that actually works.
Do it
sometimes, too,
slower
having
and then do it
plastic bag over
faster. And,
Yeah.
I'm imagining
Yeah.
Jason sitting there like doing it 400 different ways.
He like goes over to somebody. Breathe on this real quick for me.
It's
Right,
probably
yeah,
just
yeah.
demagnetized because I had it next to my keys. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
I swear there's money on it.
Mhm. Unfortunately, in this
Uh,
case, you can't hold up the line and call your bank. So
Yeah. Do you want to like take it to Riley and get it checked, and I can ask the others? I can ask Holtzman and Nomi if they've used it.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's very strange.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Booker and be like, does Yancy have access to this?
No, he sure as
been
shit does
he-
not.
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
missing for a couple of days.
Because him and Ramirez have been having some get along time, I guess. If either of them had access to it, that could explain it.
Believe me, Jason, I'm way ahead of you.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to check it out with Riley, and then I can go ask Nomi and then
Yeah,
Holtzman?
that sounds good.
All right.
Booker goes to. Yeah.
And then I'll go ask Holtzman and Nomi if they know anything about it.
All right. So I guess where do you start, Jason?
You asking me? Probably Holtzman first, because Jason is still a little bit sort of unsure of how to deal with Nomi.
Mhm.
So he'll just go to what he knows, and he knows is probably the easy option. And yeah, go find Holtzman.
Okay, Holtzman is in the like break room. He's sitting on the couch with his feet up on the table, and he's bouncing like a tennis ball off the back wall. The TV
First
is
question.
playing. The TV is playing some kind of like Hongluan soap opera, but you can barely make it out because the screen is so cracked.
Yeah.
But he's just sitting
First-
there, kind of like. Boom. Yep.
First question: where'd you find a tennis ball?
And he looks over and he goes to catch it, but you've distracted him, and it like flies past him and bounces onto the floor. And he looks over his shoulder and he's like, "Oh, shit! You surprised me. It was under one of the couches."
That is a really weird thing to have in a place like this. Second question: do you know? Do you have access to the Crux account, the Crux card? Do you know? Have you used it? Do you know anybody that's used it lately?
And he gets up and he shakes his head and he walks over to pick up the ball off the floor, and he reaches down and scoops it up off the tile, and he looks at you and he stops, and he kind of while he's talking, he's kind of throwing it back and forth between his hands, and he's like, "No."
I'll like hold a hand up, like he can throw it to me and I'll throw it back to him. I'll kind of like hold my hand up, like to.
Yeah. So he chucks you the ball and he says, he's like, "No, it's above my pay grade."
Yeah,
And they usually only give those things to the commanding officers.
Yeah, it's weird. Booker doesn't know anything about it either. That's really weird. I'll throw it back to him.
Catches it and he's like, "Well, the way it usually goes, Booker doesn't know anything about it. Nobody else knows anything about it. That sounds like a Nomi problem to me." And he throws it back to you.
I'm going to take the ball and be like, "Yeah, I thought it might be. Okay, cool." And then I'll bounce it back to him and just say, "Listen, I'm not going to be able to go on this mission to find Augustus. So like, well, I know you'll do a good job, man." And I'll just kind of give him like a little salute and sort of make my way off.
Yeah.
Keep him safe. And I like sort of give him a thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah. So he takes the ball, he bounces it a couple of times off the floor, and then wings it at the wall as you leave, and you just hear the like thunk as you walk away.
Yeah, and then I will go to Ceres Carr's room.
Okay. All right. So you're heading to meet with Nomi. So meanwhile, Booker, what are you doing?
Heading to find Riley. I'm assuming she's in her room.
I don't know. Riley, are you?
Yeah. I'm hanging out in my room.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Little door.
Riley, it's Booker.
I kick with my foot to open the door, and I'm laying back on my cot, but I've taken one of those thin sheets that they use when they work on cars to like a thin plastic sheet and put it over the bed because God knows I'm not laying on that thing.
Sure.
And I'm like laying back and reading something on my little data slab.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir. How may I be of assistance?
So you're kind of laying there like awkwardly to not touch anything too much.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Booker comes in like,
Riley. Fair enough. Anyways, check out this card. This is the card that we use for, expenses and different things and costs on mission. Jason just tried to use it to purchase a transport for us multiple times. It's not working. I just wanted to see if you'd have a look at it, to see if anything's been tampered with, or I don't know. Anything you can do there? Check it out.
She takes it. She adds a couple of Acre products to a cart and then tries to run it. Okay. A red screen flashes up and she's like, "Sir, I don't know how to say this, but maybe there was a lot of purchases made recently and your card was reported stolen. Things like this tend to happen during the holiday season."
Booker's just looking at you like,
it's not demagnetized. It did go through. I could swipe it again if it would make you feel better.
I understand how credit chits like that work.
Okay, so then you know that it's like being declined.
Yeah. Thanks for your help,
Do you think
Riley.
your card got skinned on planet?
What was that?
Do you think your card got skimmed on this planet?
Doubtful. Only one that's been using it would be me, to my knowledge.
Booker like thinks back. Have I given anyone else any? I think maybe once for something else. I can't remember who exactly. I mean, Booker knows the only other person that would have it. Access would be Nomi in terms of
Yeah.
who else on the squad without, getting permission, like specifically given the card for a second,
Mhm.
He's like,
I mean, it's not like the thing is, it's not tied to the card necessarily. Like you wouldn't need a physical object to access this account. It's just tied to like bio scans, and there's like a code, and yeah, Nomi and you would both know that.
so I just handed Riley nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'd be like, well, my only guess could be on a planet like this that we used it somewhere where it shouldn't have been used. And those people probably found a way to duplicate the information and make a bunch of fraudulent purchases with your card. The best way to track that back would be to see if we can access your purchase history on the card.
Yeah, that's not going to be an option, at least until we get back to the ship. The one-way kind of thing, they don't really want. They want us to be able to use the card, not see who's been buying what, and security reasons.
I could attempt to sidestep the security
When you say
reason.
it like that, go for it.
So yeah, so this is another one that you can add to your list of definitely illegal things, like forging official House Crux documents, illegally accessing like the intelligence bureau's records, because you don't own, as a group, you don't own the card. That's like, that account is like a security account elsewhere. You're technically not supposed to be doing what you're doing, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think
you're welcome.
I think Booker follows that up with like, you're pretty sure you're not going to be able to get it. I mean, it does, even if you do, whatever. I'll just have to talk to the Richter about some other dumb thing that we did in his eyes. But
if it makes you feel better, sir, there's no way that this is worse than forging his signature onto a secret.
That's kind of where I'm at.
If
We're
it
kind
makes
of
you feel
already in the shit.
That would honestly, if you told him that first and then followed it up with this would be like water under the bridge. He probably wouldn't even care, because the other thing that I did yesterday, definitely worse than this.
The water can get only so deep. I don't think we're drowning quite yet, so.
Okay. I can attempt to get in. So I'm gonna do it. I'll attempt to get in. Booker's got my back. It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably won't be able to access like every single record on this list, because it would have been picked up by another ship and transferred already. But if you do it, it's within a certain amount of time. Like if nobody has transferred that record, it may still be in system in one of the like comm satellites. So yeah, you're gonna have to break the encryption on that. And House Eridanus takes their fiscal encryption pretty seriously. But you can make an attempt at it. That's fine.
Would it?
Let's have you make a roll.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be a program roll, of course, which is good because you're good at that.
I'm
But
good
the
at that,
difficulty for this, I say difficulty 12.
Difficulty 12.
12 to be able to correct this. Yeah, you've done it before. So.
Yeah, I've done it before. All right. Wish me luck. Here we go. Wait, it's not clicking. Oh, here we go.
Do the modifier.
Yeah.
13.
There we go.
Nice.
5 and a 6. So yeah, okay. So it looks like you pull up, you don't have access to, like, you still can't get access to the like who the card belongs to, or you can't trace it back to the Imperial Bank or anything, but you definitely can you can pull recent transactions. And it looks like the reason that you can't use this card is because it was maxed out recently on it's actually not like a credit card, it's like an account. It's more like a debit card. The account is empty because it was recently used to purchase a significant amount of explosive devices, several assault weapons, some personal combat armor, some communications gear, just like a bunch of
Black Ops
suspect
stuff.
shit.
And is the vendor on planet? Do I have
It
that
was
information?
transferred. It looks like it was purchased through several different, like the money went to several different accounts. You don't have access to those accounts. They're just account numbers.
Okay. I'm gonna finish it and be like, whoa, sir,
What?
this account was used to purchase. Let's just say this account was basically used to outfit an army. Somebody purchased several explosive devices. I mean, there's charges on here for assault rifles. There's charges on here for remote, like a bunch of remote detonated explosives,
see
personal combat armor. I hand it over to him.
Booker like
Okay.
examines the data pad.
Make a Booker, make a no roll with intelligence. Some clues
Okay.
together.
And what?
Boop-a-doop-boop.
Well, I don't know
Okay.
shit.
Nope. Just I will tell you this, even on a fail, whoever it is that bought this stuff, they got way overcharged for it. Like, this is like, I don't know, how much is a banana? $10? Like, like everything on this list was sold at least 5 times what you would expect to purchase. Whoever bought this got ripped the fuck off. However, this is still a lot of, it's, yeah.
A lot of stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Booker's looking.
What the? That should at least go for. Great. Awesome. So we have someone that spent all of our reserve money, a bunch of. Okay. Thanks for your help, Riley.
Sorry to be the bearer.
And for
of
now,
bad
just
news,
keep this
sir.
between us.
Will do.
Then Booker-
Sir, if you don't mind,
Yes.
just for my own peace of mind. So does this mean that we're now on this planet for a week with no money?
Booker would. I mean, we have our own personal accounts, right? I mean, that stands to reason.
Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
how many credits? How many credits do you have on your character sheet, Booker?
My question with that as well is like, would our personal accounts be tied to our noble identities, right?
That's
like,
the thing too.
Oh,
It's
of
like, yeah,
course.
would we? Yeah. So we.
So yeah, we can't use
So it's
them
not
on
an
our
option,
money.
really.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's like a pause as Booker thinks about it. Maybe it sinks in. He's like,
Maybe. But no, I got nothing. I'll figure it out, Riley.
walks out.
Okay, so while that conversation's going on, Jason, you want to go and talk to Nomi?
Yeah, like takes a deep breath. It's so scary. Knock, knock, knock.
Nomi is super nice.
Yeah, she is. Terrifying
open.
brain psychic assassin. Just pokes his head in. Sorry to disturb you, Sirius. Just I got a weird situation. We just tried to use the account, the Crux account, to purchase a transport for getting to August. It's maxed out. It's cleared out. Like all the money's gone on it. I mean, me and Booker are looking into it, but do you know anything? Do you know anybody who's used it recently or anything like that? Or we're just asking around to see what might have happened.
No one that you've spoken to has purchased anything.
No. Booker's not used it. I've not used it. Riley doesn't have access. None of the others have access. I think it's as far as I know, Booker's the only one that can use it. But
And Nomi kind of gives you a look of just like surprise that I would hope on your side seems genuine, but she's like feigning surprise.
mm-hmm.
And I say, this is unfortunate. I need to speak with Booker right away. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And I
That's
like
all right.
walk right past him. I like leave like immediately.
Right, just like get out of the way, doing things.
Booker Jason waits for a second because he does have like his hand in his pocket. Because I was gonna try and give something to Nomi as well, but he's like just puts it back in the pocket and is like, "Cool, good night, nice talk." Door just shuts and he just looks into the lonely corridor like the sad boy that he is.
Aww.
Okay,
So I'm just
all
gonna go straight to Booker.
Okay.
And is your door? I like knock on your
Yeah,
door.
I'm just in the.
So I walk in, and I have my hands folded in front of me, and I say, "It has come to my attention that we are having an issue with our money."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. I am concerned that I sent Yancy on this mission, and he may have gone overboard. Booker, I sent him to try to destroy any of the information that Barnes may have given to the Honglu authorities, but there was news recently that there was an explosion, and I'm afraid that he may have done something a little over the top, as Yancy tends to do. I thought that perhaps giving him some responsibility and a mission would help set him back on track, but you know how Yancy is, and I think I may have made a mistake in trusting him. I'm very sorry, but I don't know what to do now.
Let me get this straight. You gave a highly unstable officer who has repeated offenses of not listening to authority, going off and doing his own thing, causing carnage and the death of innocent lives, access to our monetary system for the whole operation. Do you know what he bought?
I instructed him to go in with the intention of wiping their computers. I do not know what he purchased. I told him that I would approve it after.
10 concussive grenades, 10 explosion grenades, 5 assault rifles, 4 combat armor. Like, and just keeps going.
He was only going to buy 2. He was only going to buy 2 assault rifles, but the guy was giving him such a good deal on the extra 3. He couldn't say no.
Plus, dual straps. You know what I mean? He's got them slung around and everything.
Yeah. Because it's much cooler to just throw your gun away and pull out a new gun instead of reloading one you already have.
Yeah.
Booker like stops and just like looks.
Yes, as I said, I think he may have gone overboard.
As did you, Nomi. Why did you feel you had to do this spec ops operation behind my back? You know you could have literally just said something to me and we would have figured something out. But now, we're even further in the shit than when we started. There has to be trust, Nomi. I thought we'd iron this out, but apparently not. I gave you a chance, too. I knew something was off. But I didn't think you'd go this far.
Yes, I understand that I made a mistake, but I would like to know how you would like to proceed from here. The good news is that none of that equipment ceases to be functional once the mission is over. The bad news is that we don't have any money, but perhaps we can return those items and get some kind of credit back.
On this planet? Doubtful. Just give me some time to think.
And I just bow and like walk out.
Okay.
Yeah, so Booker's just like reeling in his head like, Jesus fucking Christ. Normally he would, consult with Nomi and like be like, let's figure this out. But right now he's just he's trying to hold it together right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's thinking, so she said that she informed him of like the explosion and all that stuff that happened.
Yeah, I mentioned that I saw
she
the
mentioned
news.
it.
Yeah.
So Booker's going to go digging into finding that news story just to see like
Right.
what's going on.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I mean, like it's basically like a TV show. So of course, the first thing that's on your display when you turn it on is the thing you're looking for, right? Because that's
Yeah.
just how that works. You don't have to go looking. You're just like, turn it on, and there's a news article about it. I feel like though you don't understand anything they're saying, so you just see you see a burning government building. There's an interview with like an angry looking like member of the loyalty brigade. There's some more interviews with like key witnesses, right? Like an old lady holding her dog and like looking scared. And the impression that you get, little dogs wearing a pressure mask too. The impression that you get is just like it's being spun as a like a terrorist attack, right? This is all like you recognize the propaganda engine at play. It's all just like a terrible person blew up a building and these poor souls, and they like show shots of like the soldiers that worked in the building, and it's very it's very much like angling for that vibe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Booker looks at that and then he's like really not sure what to do.
Yeah.
Very much a huge problem. They have no money. Ramirez and Yancy are gone. Not aware of if either one of them are alive. It was just the two of them, right? Yancy and Ramirez.
Yes, yeah. Holtzman's still around. Holtzman's like, I'm here. Hi.
I love that guy.
I'm
good
here to
dude.
help everybody. Yeah.
Holtzman's like,
Right.
this is my chance. You know who didn't spend all our money? Me.
That's right. You know who's a good boy? Holtzman. Holtzman's a good boy.
Holtzman would have asked for a receipt.
Yeah, feels Holtzman. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Do we just like, is this just like Booker pours himself a drink, like, and we fade to another scene, or?
Yeah. I think that's Booker needs some time to like get his head right. That's why he just sent Nomi out of there.
Yeah.
So he pours himself a drink, like looking over the feed and just like thinking about just what the fuck their options are and trying to process how fucked they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the time being, anyways, you know. He needs
I
time
have a
to
question,
regroup.
Adam.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is that cool?
Sure. Yeah. Hit me up.
You know, you said earlier, I know on a previous episode, like when people are wearing the pressure masks, it's kind of hard to recognize people, right? Like, it's not so
that's
easy to
why
recognize.
like most citizens will like customize their pressure mask to make them like easier to recognize.
Right.
But depending on like the deeper in the city you go, the more of your face it covers because the pressure gets pretty bad down below. So yeah.
But most people, when they go inside, they obviously take them off and stuff, right? But do people sometimes still wear them inside for whatever reason? Like, would it stand out if somebody was wearing?
Well, if it depends on the facility, right? You don't want to be the only person wearing a pressure mask, but if a facility's internal pressure regulators are broken or not very good, yeah, you'd wear your mask inside.
Okay. I guess like I might go and try and find maybe Holtzman or Riley or somebody that might have access to like spare gear to try and basically, because Jason's thinking, and this is Mark explaining Jason's thinking. If he can't get the car, he can't do the job of being like the getaway guy, right? But he still wants to try and help out. So maybe like if I can get a pressure mask that covers up my face and change my clothes and my gear, I won't be as recognizable, and therefore I can still like be a lookout or something like that nearby. But like, would that be pretty difficult to like just like try and like maybe like grab some of the spare gear, like if from the shuttle? Like, I don't know if we would have brought like spare like armor or anything like that, but
not really. Like you don't have any extra. You don't really have any extra stuff. You can't really go buy it. But you know, Ramirez
I do know where
Ramirez and Yancy aren't around.
That's true, but I'm guessing they took their stuff, right?
I mean, that there are receipts for like tactical operations gear, so maybe not.
It's true. Maybe we could try and get their stuff. The other one I was thinking of, I do know where there is an unconscious deckhand, but he's probably awake by now.
Yes, probably.
Go and rob his stuff. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
think.
or you could just go and like thug it out on the street and just knock somebody out and take their clothes. But you know,
Look, I did that once. Let's not make it a thing.
yeah, okay.
I broke one guy's arm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, thinking about ways to obfuscate yourself. So I think probably like unless Booker is like, here's the plan, we're gonna go do the thing. I think just like some time passes while everybody waits for new orders. And I think that Nomi, like middle of the night, you're like woken up by your comm device, your little like communicator, buzzing on whatever passes for like a nightstand next to your cot. So we have the room in darkness, and then it lights up from the display, and we hear the like zzz, zzz of the comm buzzing.
Okay. I sit up and I don't turn the lights on or anything, but I pick it up and I answer it. Yes.
Okay. It's actually when you pick it up, you go to look at it. You have it's like a text communication.
Oh, it's like a pager. Okay.
Yeah, it's a text communication, like a text message, basically from an unknown number. You don't recognize the transmission.
Okay.
But I assume you take a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It just has 2 words. It just says mission accomplished.
Cool. I just delete it.
Okay. Ryan, just flip, delete, and just go back to sleep.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Boop, and just like lay back down. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you go back to sleep. The next day, everybody is awake once more. And Booker, have you come to a decision? Do you meet the troops out in the common room, ready to rally them, or is it all just kind of like you're still not sure what's going on? Like, what's your presentation? Because everybody's gonna look to you for orders.
Yeah. Booker tells everybody to meet down in the conference room and make sure that this time, like, he's the first one down there, and make sure that there's no one else here in terms of like, locals from this is the stuff they're going to be talking about is very much related to what's been on the news and all that. So,
okay, yeah, it's the room is clear.
Okay. Just skip forward to everybody coming. We don't have to do the like one by one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? He motions to Nomi for a second, like just to go over to the side.
I walk over to him.
Now, how exactly would you like to tell the rest? What happened? Would you like to be the one to do it? There's nothing we can really hide from them.
I think that after my most recent transgression, it might be best for you to take the lead on this. However, if you would like for me to explain, I will happily do as you ask.
Fine.
Booker walks back to the table.
I'm sure the 3 of you guys have some questions. And where we're standing right now, by now you're aware that the supply of money that we have allotted for us for this mission is dried up. Nomi's going to explain why.
So I kind of step forward and I say, you remember that we had to unfortunately turn over one of our contacts to the Honglu authorities in order to secure our safe release when Jason was unfortunately injured. My concern over what Barnes might tell the authorities about us and that our cover could be blown led me to make the choice to ask Yancy to go on a mission with Ramirez, and I kind of like point in Holtzman's direction to like, since they were like a little squad, and to wipe the computers of any evidence or any information that he may have given them about us.
Booker cuts you off real quick. Booker cuts you off and is like, she conferred with me to see if this was the right course of action. and I insisted that Ramirez join Yancy as well to reel him in. Obviously, things haven't gone exactly the way we would have hoped.
So when you say that, when you're like, things haven't gone exactly the way we'd have hoped, you hear a voice from the doorway behind you say, yeah, you can fucking say that again.
I turn around and look at who it is.
Yeah, so it's Yancy. He has returned alone. He's wearing like tech gear. And he's holding an assault rifle. He's not pointing at anybody, but it's like, you know, he's got it with him. And I think that he takes this rucksack that he's got and he just like drops it on the floor in front of him and like clatters.
Where is Ramirez?
Where's Ramirez?
He just looks at Nomi. Like, not pointedly, but we just see him look at Nomi. Do you say anything?
Yes. Where is Ramirez?
He just shakes his head.
No, that's not a fucking answer, Yancy.
So yeah, Holtzman's like, wait, what's going on? What's happening? And Yancy, he shrugs and he says, she didn't make it.
She didn't make it, or did you run like you did last time there was an explosion?
Fucking
And he says, yeah, he just shoots you a look. And he says, just shoots you a look and he says, I'm too tired to argue with you, pleb. I had an objective. We completed it. Sometimes there's casualties. Par for the course. That's how it goes.
I wonder if how you'd feel if Ramirez was saying that about you. Fucking Yancy. That's just how it goes.
Every day on the job's a roll of the dice, man. That's how it is.
Yeah. Can't wait for maybe your luck to get tested for once. I'm just gonna stalk off, like just stalk to like a corner of the room and like fucking kick something.
So he looks at Nomi and he says, you know, I've been up for 3 days straight getting this shit done. I'm gonna take a nap.
We will require a full mission report from you as soon as possible.
And
No detail.
yeah, I think he's already like turned around and he says to you like as he's walking away, and he says, give me a couple hours and you can come debrief me all you like. I need to rest.
I just let him walk away. I don't know. I just kind of look at Booker and Riley and all of them.
Yeah. It's just like awkward, intense silence in the room.
Yeah.
Holtzman is still just kind of like, what happened? Everybody was in the middle of explaining stuff, and then
Booker's also now realizing that people are going to blame him for Ramirez's death because he decided to save face a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Great timing.
Uh-huh.
Why did you two tell us that it was some fucking bullshit mission about sorting out Yancy? I'm gonna look at Nomi and Booker.
Mm-hmm. If Booker doesn't say anything, then I'm gonna speak up and say, I felt that perhaps Yancy's recent outbursts were a result of him feeling powerless. I thought that if I gave him some sense of purpose, that perhaps that would help realign him with the rest of the team, which is why I also agreed that Ramirez should go with him. Obviously, this was a mistake. Unfortunately, I can't take that mistake back, but what I don't understand is why he felt the need to take such drastic actions in the first place. I asked him to deal with some computer equipment, and instead we're hearing about explosions and Ramirez.
He's a jump. I'm gonna look at Nomi and just be like, he's a jumped up crux. I don't know if you know much about his family, but he's probably under like there's expectations of him, right? This is what they're all dressed up to feel like. The Aquila, Crux, they're all the same. They're jumped up gun boys. They think that this is the solution to everything. Blow it up, shoot it, beat it up. God, I've had to deal with them my whole life. It's not. I'm just angry about Ramirez. I'm sorry. She was a really good one. I liked her a lot.
I step over to Jason really quick, and I like put my hand on his shoulder, and I say, "I'm sorry, Jason. This is my fault. I shouldn't have trusted Yancy. I just thought that I could help him."
Yeah, thanks. Nice. I think we all think that we could help Yancy, but I thought I could as well. But just turns out he's a fucking lunatic.
Fucking sociopath. He's been a sociopath this entire time. He's never not been a sociopath. It's always about him. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
It doesn't, Riley, but you don't help things, all right?
He
comes from a
an innocent
world.
woman on our first mission, and what's his main concern? That, a filthy mudblood said something terrible to him. He doesn't give a shit about anyone. He specifically tailed me to an op just to harass me and tell me he was going to turn me into a lawnmower.
What?
He's never been an asset. Never has that man been an asset. You can't help a sociopath.
That's enough.
He is out of your control. And Ramirez is not going to be the first one to die.
Riley. That's enough.
You do not have a hold on him. He's out of control.
You think I don't know that? You think I don't know that? Listen, Riley, what would you have me do? Put a bullet in his head? I am speaking! Riley! What would you have me do? Put a bullet in his head? That falls on everyone, including yourself. You'll never work again. You'll be in prison. What are the other options? Keep him here. He's by himself. He goes and does whatever he wants still. Still falls on us.
Get us all killed. He's gonna get us all killed, Booker. We're all gonna fucking die because of him, and he wouldn't hesitate to do it. He fucking left us when that explosion went off. And now he's left us broke on this planet. And you know what? Out of our entire crew, who has all the assault rifles and the explosives? That crazy motherfucker.
Is the bag of explosives still here, Adam, by the way?
Past you. Like you're nothing to him.
Yeah. Whatever's in the bag, he just like dropped on the floor when he left. Or before
I'm gonna go pick up the bag and look in it.
Okay. Yeah. You walk over and you just unzip the bag. So in the bag, it's heavier than you'd expect. Like you go to pick it up and it's like you have to unzip it on the floor.
Probably can pick it up.
Yeah, you could, but it's like you go to like tug on it. It's like, whoa, that's pretty heavy. So it's full of about like 1.5 feet, 2 foot long gold bars pressed with the imperial seal. There's probably like 100,000 credits in here worth of like treasury gold.
I start tossing the gold bars out onto like the sofa.
What? Yeah, I mean, like Jason turns around holding this gold bar.
Toss it onto the sofa, pull another one. Toss it on the sofa, pull out another one, toss another one.
Wait, so you said imperial? Wait, how did he get? Where? Okay, so in character, I say in character, freaking out. Like,
Nomi's like,
where would he get that? On
Loyalty Brigade. What do you think they do with all the imperial money they take from people's houses when they kill them?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he bring that here?
Because he probably thinks he can use it. He probably thinks that he can he might even be thinking that we can use it. I don't know. But what I want to know is, did getting this cost Ramirez her life? That's what I want to know. Or is this just something they grabbed between the two of them and she just got caught on the way out?
Ramirez would not be down with this, especially if this was an extra objective added by Yancy.
Problem is, yeah, this is great. Maybe this does solve our money problems, but and I'm going to point at the TV. Is it playing
you could buy
the news thing?
You could buy a lot of cars with this much gold.
Is the
yeah.
TV playing the news report of the explosion?
I mean, yeah, it's a significant report for today at the very least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm going to point at the TV and say, like, yeah, the problem is they're going to be looking for this because this is a lot of value to them, to the loyalty brigade. Carrying this around is like basically carrying around a bloody shoot me here sign.
We have to speak to Yancy, get more information. Riley, Jason, you're dismissed.
I apologize for my outburst.
Go.
I turn around and go to start walking towards my room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give one last look and then I'll just leave. I'll maybe like look at Holtzman and just say, just kind of like put an arm on his shoulder and say, "I'm sorry, man," and then just leave.
Yeah, Holtzman's got the like 1,000-yard stare going on, and he just mumbles something about law school. You don't catch most of what he says.
Fuck, like I really am just like I really like look at him hard and I'm really sorry. No, I'll just leave.
Okay.
Holtzman.
So Holtzman's just 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, he just is kind of trying to process everything, like what happened.
Holtzman, you there?
And he like blinks a couple times. Yeah. Sorry, yes, sir. What? Huh?
I truly am deeply sorry for what happened.
And
We're all going to
shakes his
feel the
head.
loss of Ramirez, and it's going to take some time for that to sink in. I need you to still focus on the mission as much as you can. Tonight, do what you need to do. And I apologize for my lapse in judgment.
He shakes his head and he says, "No, sir, you don't have anything to apologize for, sir. This is how it goes. I mean, we know what we signed up for. Ramirez knew. Come out here. This place isn't safe. It's not your fault, sir. These lawless anti-imperials are unpredictable. Stuff happens."
I'm glad you understand that. Some take it
course,
worse than
sir.
others. I felt I'd give you that at least. Knew you were close.
Yeah, he just kind of nods, like acknowledging that, but like quietly.
You're dismissed as well, Holtzman, if you'd like.
I got nowhere to go, sir. I'm just waiting for orders.
For now, just allow me and Nomi to speak.
Nods. Okay. So, I think Holtzman just stays in the room. Like he just sits down on the couch, and just kind of stares at the wall, kind of lost in thought.
He's just sitting there.
Well, he just sits down, like kind of like he's just thinking, like he's got to
yeah.
process it. Yeah.
He didn't respond to like being dismissed or Booker saying like, "Hey, leave."
I mean, he didn't take. If you meant like get out of here, he didn't
Take it that way.
No, he didn't know what to. Yeah, he just took it as like, I don't need you for anything, and so he was like, okay, I have nowhere to go. I'm just gonna sit down and stare at the wall.
Holtzman, I need to be alone with Nomi for a second. If you want to sit here, if you're more comfortable down here.
And he shakes his head. He's like, no, sorry, sir, I didn't. And he gets up. And
I understand.
Perhaps you
yeah,
should go check on Jason. I say it like pretty pointedly, like go.
Yeah, and he nods and he says, yeah, that's a good idea. And kind of like wanders out.
I just look back at Booker.
Well, This is your mess. Now our mess. Any ideas?
Well, I think it is clear, and I think that I can speak for the rest of the people who are not here, that Yancy cannot be trusted at all. I think we were giving him a pass before and trying to work with him, but it's very clear now that he doesn't follow orders, and his negligence cost the life of one of our crewmates.
Oh, he's not coming with us. That's for
But
sure.
what do we do with him?
We still have the line on that person that helped out Jason.
We do, right?
Doc.
Forget that name.
The doctor.
The doctor. Oh, okay. Yes, I believe that we could still get in contact with him. We could return to the bar where your friend works, and or is it he like owns the bar. What was the guy's name? I can't remember the name of the.
Which
Or the
guy?
lady that we talked to. What was her name? It was something like edgy.
Oh, Steeljaw.
Something jaw.
Steeljaw,
yeah.
yeah.
Steeljaw. Yeah.
Okay. We could return to Steeljaw and ask her to connect us with the doctor again.
My thinking is that we incapacitate him and keep him here.
Incapacitate.
Believe me, under
Ask
normal
question.
circumstances, he'd be dead already. By my own hand.
Do we not have a way of like contacting literally anyone that like can we just be like, this guy needs to be like court-martialed and put in jail? But not
I mean,
jail
you
in
can.
Honolulu.
Yeah, I mean, you can for sure, but whether they're going to be able to get back to you in any amount of time or that kind of thing.
Okay.
Booker's thinking on that is that it doesn't help us right now. You know,
Yeah, that's what
obviously
I
that
wasn't
needs to
sure if like
happen.
they could do anything right now, but the answer is no. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to do with him. We can't. If we leave him here, he could find something else to entertain himself, which, as we have seen, is bad for the crew. If we take him with us, he will probably do something that we didn't ask him to, which again is bad for the crew. No matter what we do, he's a liability.
As I said, I already would have killed him under normal circumstances, but I can't. If I bring him on the mission, it'll fuck everything up even more. The only thing I can think of, it's a bad idea, they're all terrible ideas, is to incapacitate him and leave him here.
If we leave him behind, I'm sure that the Richter will not look favorably on that action. But perhaps we could incapacitate him and make sure that he remains sequestered to his room while we finish our mission, and then we take him back to the ship with us when they return, and he gets a trial.
I mean, I don't care what the Richter thinks anymore. But someone's died, an officer's died under my command. We forged documents using his signature. I probably don't have a job anymore, Nomi. And that's fine. I know the risks involved on taking missions like this. This can always happen and unfold on any given assignment. It just happened to be this one.
Perhaps you don't care about your own job, but maybe you care about mine, or Jason, or Riley. You are
They'll
not
be
the only
fine.
one whose job is on the line here.
They'll be fine. It'll fall on me.
You have the suspicion, like you say that, Booker, and you, I mean, I'm sure you believe it, but there is a suspicion that if anyone is going to become like, you may be a loose cannon, and you may not be, maybe the black sheep in your family, but if this falls on anybody, it'll be Riley. Because if there's any way for them to bypass blame, like you and Nomi might get put off on another like mission far away. But if they can blame Riley for this, that's what they'll do because she's expendable.
Yeah, that'll probably
to the higher ups, right? Like she's the ablative. Like we'll find a way to doctor this so that it's Riley's fault, and you know that somewhere in the back of your head. So if you want to take care of her,
let's just imagine that like strikes into like as he's going over like, all right, Jason will probably be able to do this. No, he'll go there. Holtzman, blah blah blah.
Nomi, actually, if we're to be concerned about anybody, it's Riley. You know as well as I do, they're going to pin this on her any way that they possibly can. Especially if Yancy testifies. Who knows what the hell he's going to say?
So I think it sounds like the only solution. And I kind of glance around to see if there's anyone like nearby. I'm assuming there's not. Can I make sure that we're not being eavesdropped on?
Yeah, nope.
Can I do
see a little drone?
Okay.
Like a mechanical rat.
Eavesdropped on?
Little pleb drone. I mean, I don't think so. No, I think you're fine.
Great. So I kind of step closer to Booker and I say, our only solution is to make sure that he doesn't testify. If we care about Riley and not Yancy, that is our only option.
Booker's mulling over what she just said because it was already in his mind as well.
This is a dangerous planet. Anything can happen.
I'm being a conversation so bad.
Jason comes down. Sorry, can't sleep.
Did you just say one thing? Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Believe me, the thought has struck my mind a lot. I don't know of any other way that this is going to go well. With him getting back. It still won't go well with him not coming back with us. But we have to ascertain what's the worst of the two evils.
I've spoken with the Richter and stuff before about it. Like, has the Richter mentioned anything at all in passing, like about Yancy's family and like, hey, don't screw up? Like, has there been any hint of that at all to Booker, or has it just been like?
I mean, you're a crux and he's a crux. You can just make a roll to think about what you know about. Ibanez crux, Ibanez Yancy. Make a no roll, with like intelligence or charisma. Charisma being like your social connections, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Sure. They're both the same anyways. I was looking to see which there's no extra bonus. Whoop.
Okay. He himself is not not anything special yet, but the intention is that he is being like groomed to be somebody important, and having like field service with like a crux ship is good on the resume, so that later when he is running for some like significant imperial position within the judiciary, he'll be able to be like, and I served on this important ship for like whatever 3 years. I know what it's like out there. I've seen some shit. His parents are both important crux officiants. Like they're both members of like essentially like the Supreme Court of the Empire. And they are grooming him. He's their first son, and they're grooming him for like an important position. But they've put him out here to give him some real world like life experience.
God, I wish right now Radovan was not in the hands of the Loyalty Brigade. Could talk to him, we could get it sorted real quick. But now, we're gonna have to try and figure something else out for people to deal with our problem. You like sending him on another mission, Nomi?
Says that kind of snarky and also like that might be a good idea.
Do we know that Radovan is still in custody? Have we tried to make contact with him? It's been a few days. Perhaps they released him.
Receive any more communications from Steelface?
Steeljaw. I have not, but I haven't tried to contact her. I could try, if we want to go that direction.
That might be a good idea. I'd rather have people under him deal with this if we're going to try to have it done than trying to just find a random group to deal with it. Who knows what will happen there. But
Yes.
goddamn,
Someone
is
that
this
we can
mission
trust.
all sorts of fucked.
This has gone very poorly.
At this juncture, could I maybe, I don't know, I'm going to run it by the GM. So I have the connected skill, and we've been on planet almost for a week. Is there a possibility that I would know someone in Acetown that could acquire us some sort of transportation as a mild favor? And if yes, could I go deliver that news to Booker?
Yeah, so let me take a look. So
I know we're 1 day short, so
yeah, the feat you're looking at, just for the audience's sake, is you can connect as a bonus skill if you spend at least a week in a not entirely hostile location. You'll have built a web of contacts willing to do favors for you that are no more than mildly illegal. You can call in one favor for game day, and then the GM decides how far they'll go. Yeah, I mean, I think you can make a roll. You can make a connect roll, and see if somebody in Acetown can help you out.
okay. Let's see.
So what is your intent is to have somebody at Acre that that you can connect with that can get you started on like off world?
Yeah, somebody that I worked with, either for a car for this mission or for some kind of space transport.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I wasn't trying to cut either of you off, Anne or Max. I was just wondering, this would probably be a good time to give you
Talk to me again.
So is it connect with charisma?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh God, I'm not very charismatic.
You're okay. So there'll be a cost involved in whatever they help you with. Let me find.
Oh, we have a pile of gold.
Gold. Literally,
I mean,
like,
you have you literally have an enormous bag of stolen imperial gold.
Yeah.
Reappropriated,
Just gotta find
I
the
think.
fence.
Yeah.
If everyone's dead who it belonged to, then
it's still
I don't know.
gold.
No
I mean,
one's
I think
looking for it.
I think that House Eridanus would probably be like, hey, so that gold is back taxes for Honglu. However, if you could like melt it down and like move it around, you could. I mean, it's great. Gold
It's
is
not
good.
stealing.
We all just come
if
back.
You're the Empire, right?
We all
Imperial
just come
gold.
back decked in
I'm
jewelry.
not sure House Eridanus sees it that way,
Like
but sure.
Mr.
Yeah.
Just with like gold chains everywhere, untraceable. It's a thought. Think about it.
Okay, let's see. So yeah, there's an Acre, of like somebody on planet, and you could be like, this isn't like the very first time you thought of it, but in your downtime, like between moments, because you've had some time to like hang out, you've been contacting someone at Acre and trying to like get in touch with somebody. So there is an agent in customer service. In Acetown, customer service in big ironic quotation marks. So there's an Acre agent named Erin Van Heel, and she works in the like vehicle and transportation division.
That's convenient.
Which usually means like transporting, like working with contractors who are moving Acre stuff on and off world, and then organizing like warehouse transitions, paying off bribes to local government officials, making sure that the shipments get where they need to go on time. And so she works in that, and you've been put in touch through your like maneuvering with her.
Does she know me?
So far, she. Well, I mean, yeah. How do you know her? Like, has she been like you know her from somewhere else, and she's been put here? Like, she got a different job, or
Well, my thought was that a lot of what Riley does is like test prototypes that maybe we worked on some of the same projects together in the past.
Okay.
Maybe she was also in the prototype testing division.
Yeah.
Maybe we used to have
yeah,
lunch
yeah.
together.
Sure. So I think probably she did like an internship in the like vehicle experiments like division, like
Mhm.
experimental like
Mhm.
transport, and then she left because it was like she wasn't really her jam, but she still stayed doing vehicle stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, and so you know her through the prototyping division, and then she was repurposed and sent over here.
Mhm.
Probably not too happy about it, but you know, she lives safe in Ace Town, so yeah, okay. So you have a connection with her. So
Okay.
far, she's been kind of like, you know, I can't do anything for you unless you're in, like, unless you come here and like, because we have like sovereign territory. We have a deal with the local government. They don't fuck with Acre. We're feeding them, and like they still have these like contracts with us. But if you're outside the walls of Ace Town, like I can't help you.
Okay.
You need to come here and like officially take asylum as an asset for Acre. But yeah, you can contact her
Okay.
whenever and however.
I'm first gonna take this opportunity since Noe and Booker are in the same room to go tell them and let them know that we should maybe make our way over there. That I've got a lead. So
Okay, so
Actually,
Booker
back.
and
to him as well.
okay, so Booker and Nomi, you're aware of like the whether someone is in the room or listening or whatever, and yeah, you hear someone's door open, and so you both kind of like clam up a little, and you look.
We stop talking about killing Yancy.
Yeah, and you see Riley. Coming to talk to you, and then Mark, whenever you want Jason to kind of like come into the scene, you can. But yeah, so Riley, you you have an opportunity to come in and talk to them.
Kind of
See the two
awkward
of
because
them.
I just yelled at my boss, so I'm gonna be kind of sheepish about it. Awkwardly scratching my arms that can't itch because they're fake arms.
The robot arms.
I think Booker like glances over at like what you're doing because it clicks to him like, what are you doing?
Nervous tick.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I just got word back from somebody I was trying to contact. I heard somebody that I used to work with was actually stationed here a while back or got sent here or changed to a department here. Anyways, I finally managed to get in contact with her. And it turns out that she works in the transportation department over in Acetown. She said she can't really help us as long as we're outside of Acetown because her jurisdiction doesn't really go that far. Her reach doesn't go that far. But if we do go there, she thinks that maybe she can help us acquire a vehicle.
I'm gonna head into the room, but Jason goes straight over and starts loading the backpack up with the gold that he started taking out. And I'm gonna look over at the rest. I'll be like, "Sorry, I've just had a thought. We can't." He probably hasn't thought about it because he's tired. I don't want Yancy having all of this to himself. I don't trust him to keep this to himself. And I think we need to put this somewhere secure that he doesn't know where it is. Because he clearly wanted this. And if nothing else, that might give us some leverage to fucking rein him in and say that if he wants, he probably thinks he owns some of this or some of this is his share. And whatever he does think, I want him to know that we've got control over it. I've got an idea of where to put it. I can tell you, or I can just go and put it there.
It's the name of Yancy's. That's the name of Jason's sex tape.
Yeah,
an idea of where to put it.
Thanks.
I'd say
I
go
can
ahead and
tell
just put it. I'd say go ahead and just store it where you need to. You can tell us later.
Is it a good idea to store that as is? My concern is that if it's found by someone and they tie it back to us.
All right, Jason. What is your plan?
The only secure place we have that's not here is the shuttle. There's enough. I know enough about the ship that I know that there's a good few little hidey holes that, well, unless you're got a working knowledge of shuttles, you're probably not going to think to look somewhere safe enough that he probably isn't going to think of to look there first, and most people aren't either. So unless somebody breaks into our shuttle, I don't see how they can get it. But yeah, Nomi's right in that if we don't have it on us, my concern is if we keep it here, unless we split it up, if we keep it here, one day we might come down and this bag might be missing.
No,
Yes, I agree
agree.
that we should not keep it here, but I should feel that I should also remind you that we currently don't have any money and perhaps could benefit from what you have there.
It's going to be tricky. This is imperial gold, right? Like, and
We'll
if
need
the
someone to
loyalty
fix it.
brigade, yeah, if the loyalty brigade know it's missing, then if we cash this in anywhere, if they can trace it back, they'll know that this is one of the ones stolen.
Mhm.
But yeah, I agree. We don't have any money, but I'll take out one brick. I'll be like, if we
I was
can
gonna say,
fence
I love the irony of the statement of like you're standing around this duffel bag full of gold, and you're like, I know we don't have any money. Well, like shining
don't have
bag
any-
of gold
Yeah.
bricks.
Usable
Yeah.
money.
safe money.
So yeah,
Yeah,
the deal with these like bars of gold, is it's like it's traceable in the sense of like if someone with the right training or access to the database like scans them, like it'd be really hard to launder them back into the imperial economy. But you could you could melt them down. You could remove like the molecular structure that is traceable. But
Is that something-
yeah.
If your friend Radovan is around, maybe that's something they could help with, or
That's absolutely
something-
something he'd be able to help with. Maybe the space GM is making a case.
Well, so technically, I mean, maybe he could put you in touch with like a fence. They're going to be worth a lot less if you go that way, because obviously, like laundering them is expensive. But also technically, giving this much money to non like a hostile to the empire like planetary government, like you're doing all these like crimes, but this is pushing high treason. Right, like these guys are terrorists that have seized an imperial planet, and giving them imperial gold is like a whole other thing. If you're looking not to commit treason, I just wanted to let you know that's
Yeah,
but you
I can't
could
use that
still
money.
do it.
The only person that would be probably the only person that would mouth off about this would either be Yancy or Holtzman. Maybe. I'm not sure on Holtzman. Probably not, though. But also, we haven't talked about how we want to kill him with Jason or Riley. So.
So maybe that's the scene then before we take a break, because we're due one. Maybe that's the scene is like this. I love how this is becoming like a film noir, like conspiracy movie. Like we have this bag of stolen imperial gold. What are we gonna do about it? And everybody just kind of looking nervously at each other over the shining golden duffel bag as we fade out to break.
Like the Maltese
it.
Falcon.
Right, it really is the Maltese Yancy.
why you gotta do this? Sam? Why you gotta do this?
Yeah, I know.
for
Excellent.
Sam.
So
Pop his head in and be like, I'll go somewhere else.
we'll continue the escapade of the Imperial Gold when we get back. Stick around. We got lots more roleplay for Verona coming at you right after this.